What's up? What's good, y'all? It's your boy Thami T. I'm back with another video. Yeah, I'm trying to be a bit more consistent, as I promised. It's been like a week since I dropped the video, but this is the only time I got time. I've been really busy and all that, but yeah, I had to make time for me to make a video, at least one. I already have like multiple videos I'm planning to make, so I decided to make one today, and yeah. But yeah, the video for today is Daniel Caesar. I just realized I haven't made any video about Daniel Caesar ever since I started this channel. And that's crazy considering how much I actually listen to his music. In my opinion, Daniel Caesar is one of our generation's best vocalists. Ever since I started listening to his music, I've grown to appreciate it and him more and more with each listen. He just has this unique style that he has that you don't get in like a lot of places, and he's really refreshing to listen to. He's a great writer, he's a great vocalist, he has good beat selection too. Before he dropped the album, he dropped multiple songs, and after listening to those songs, I was like, you know what? The project he's gonna drop is probably gonna be his best. It's gonna be really good. He dropped Please Do Not Lean, I think, a year ago, and this year he dropped what did he drop? He dropped Do You Like Me and Let Me Go. Yeah, and Let Me Go was on rotation. But Please Do Not Lean was a great song. It was an amazing song. It's like, please do not lean on me, I'm unstable. All you need, I lean that day. That shit was fire. That song was fire. But yeah, I've been looking forward to his next album just because of the songs he dropped before the album, which are great. And he finally dropped the album called Never Enough. And it's a 15 tracks long album with no features. Oh, so I thought. There's actually features as you go into the album. And one of the features is my favorite, Unexpected, but I loved it. But yeah, the first song on this album is, obviously the intro is called Ocho Rios. I don't know, that's a very unique name. I don't know if this is someone's name or what it is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it had amazing production. It had amazing production, and yeah, this intro, he starts off the album with what sounds like an apology to a girl he's seemingly hurt really bad, but actually need in his life and really loved, cause she found him at a time where he was at his lowest and picked him up, loved him unconditionally, and he admits that he fucked up and he really doesn't deserve her because she's just too good, she's perfect, whereas he's messed up because he's dealing with a lot of shit and toxic sides of him and everything. So yeah, that's how he starts off the album. And during in the intro you can hear like this high tone and echo, and for me it symbolizes him calling out for her because it sounds like she is drifting away, and those high tones sound like him calling out her out from a distance. And it makes sense because on the next song, Valentina, I don't know if that's her name, she seemingly moved on to meet another guy on the second song, Valentina. But he's not giving up. He's not giving up on her because that's how much value she has in his life and how much value she brings in his life. But yeah, on the next song, Valentina, he's not giving up, and he still reaches out to her. He still reaches out to her and lets her know he still loves her. He fucked up, and that a new man. This is so bold to say, but it's even telling her that a new man won't love her the same way he loved her. That's what he's saying on the song, and essentially the message of the song. So I think Valentina might be her name. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's the first two songs, and we go on to the third track, which is Toronto 2014. With this track, I don't know, it kind of left me confused. First of all, this song had like a beautiful bass guitar thing. Was it towards the end in the yeah, in the production? It was incredible to listen to because I love guitars and it sounded amazing. It sounded amazing. But with this song, it feels a little bit out of place, and I guess it ties to the general message of the song, which is feeling out of place and feeling like nothing is real and doesn't make sense. It feels out of place in the sense that it doesn't sound like it ties to the first two songs on the album. On the song, it sounds like he's questioning almost everything in his life, what between what's real and what's not. I don't know if it has something to do with the girl living his life and then he started to reflect and nothing makes sense in his life anymore. Maybe that's how they tie together, but it doesn't actively sound like it's tying to the other songs. He sounds like he's questioning almost everything. Feels like he's living in the matrix, living a lie. He's questioning what's real and what's not. And he could have written this song much better because as much as it's beautiful, it leaves with a lot of confusion. It leaves me with a lot of confusion. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. It leaves me with a lot of confusion because he doesn't really explain much about why he thinks the way he thinks, why he thinks he's living a lie, why he's confused, why he's doubting everything. I feel like he could have done much better job elaborating on that, but it's still beautiful. Perhaps this was the plan all along for it not to make sense that much because given the nature of the song, which is he's questioning everything, what's real and what's not, he's confused. So maybe the song not being that elaborate and kind of confusing just plays along the theme of the song, which is confusion and all that. But yeah, on the song, he even reminisces to 2014 where he was happy and everything made sense. There's a line he said the future was alluring. Maybe as he lived on, he had like this romanticized version of the future. I think we all did in a way, like 2020 vision, 2020 vision. When 2020 came, it was just a mess. Ever since then, everything's been a mess. Everything has been confusing. We haven't been understanding what's going on. It's just been a mess. So maybe that has something to do with that. Like it's just been a very confusing time. So maybe he's reflecting on everything that's been going on around the world and all this chaos, all this confusion and all that. Maybe that's represented by this song. It's just his mental state throughout these recent years. So yeah, that was Toronto 2014. That's why I feel like it's out of place because it didn't tie to the other songs, but it's kind of like a standalone track, and itself alone it's a beautiful song. It's just that I personally felt like he could have elaborated more and go into a little bit more depth about why he feels the same way, why he feels the way he feels, and why he thinks everything is a lie, it doesn't make sense, what's real, what's not, and type of thing. But I enjoyed the song nonetheless. And the next song was it track number 4, Let Me Go. Amazing song. He dropped the song. It was one of the songs he dropped before the album, and I really enjoyed the song. I played it so much. It was on my rotation for a very long time. This song is so amazingly written, and I'm like, bro, this is perfection right here. On Let Me Go, he explains a toxic relationship. He's in a toxic relationship, a very manipulative relationship. I think he has a very manipulative partner. And I think he starts off the song by saying, I'm trying to breathe. Why won't you let me? So he needs to get out of that relationship because it's not serving him. It's not bringing any good in his life. It's just he feels manipulated. He feels not appreciated. He feels it's just everything toxic. It's just everything toxic, and it seems like she doesn't want to let him go though, despite him trying to leave. That's how manipulative she is, and she's trying to use manipulation to kind of bring him back. Like, I need you. I can't live without you, and all these things. And it's like, bro, that's bullshit. That manipulation is not gonna work. I've seen it so many times from you. So yeah, she's that person. She doesn't want to let him go despite him actively trying to leave and feeling like that relationship is not good for him. I don't know if I think this might be a new relationship he got in after trying to get over the girl that he lost, which he loved so much. And then he just went into a very bad relationship that's like a polar opposite of how good that relationship was, the first relationship was for him. And yeah, and then yeah, he even mentions lines like I'm not leading. This is a beautiful line he mentioned of the song. He's like, I'm not. It's like I'm not leading you on. I'm leaving you behind. I'm like that's so well written. That's so well written because it goes again to show that she's trying to manipulate him to be like, you leading me on. Ara, wara, wara, wara. It's like, nope, I'm not leading you on. I'm trying to leave. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. And he's like, there's this line where he's like, how does it go? But the line basically says, "My dreams exhaust me. I'll be awake till the light." And it was a very interesting line, and I thought about it a little bit. I'm like, what could he mean about that? And I realized that he's probably dreaming about the ideal version of their relationship, like how their relationship could turn out, how beautiful it can be. Because I'm pretty sure this person is not entirely a horrible person. I don't think anyone gets in a relationship with like a horrible person. It's just that sometimes it's more bad than good. And then you're just like, you know what, this is not good for me. So he's probably looking at the good sides of her and kind of amplifying her in like into like the ideal version of the relationship. And in his dream he's probably dreaming about the ideal version of the relationship and how beautiful it can be and all that, but it's exhausting because that version will never be true. He's aware of the reality that that version will never be true, and that's why the line, "My dreams exhaust me, I'll be awake till the light." I'd rather not sleep because I'm just gonna have those dreams and they exhaust me because I know I'll never have that. So that's beautiful. It's beautiful. And the production is beautiful. There's this ascending vocals in the background that make it so perfect. His voice is so powerful on this song. It's very powerful on this song. And there's echo in the song, like in his vocals, like in the background if you listen carefully. And I feel like they symbolize his emptiness and the feeling of being locked up and trapped in a huge room you can't escape, which is the relationship in this case. So it's a very beautiful song and a well written song. That's why it's one of my favorite songs by him. And obviously, it's gonna be my favorite song from the album. So yeah, it's beautiful. And I think the next song after that is Do You Like Me, which is a song that also came out before the album. And I think he eventually left toxic relationship, but on the song it seems like he got into a new relationship. I'm like, bro, don't you get tired? I'm like, don't you get tired of these relationships? Because it's not working out. And at this point, if all these relationships are not working out, you might be the problem, I'm afraid. You might be the problem, I'm afraid. You need a lot of reflection to do. But yeah, on this new relationship, it sounds like he carries like he carried and absorbed some of the toxicity from his previous relationship because he's the one that sounds toxic on this song. Because the girl that he's in this new relationship with, or about to be in a relationship with, he started by getting with a friend. Basically, he started by getting with the friend and basically fucking a friend despite claiming that he wanted her instead. I'm like, you kind of fucked up, my guy. Like you kind of fucked up. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You kind of fucked up. So yeah, this song is essentially a question of whether she likes him because he needs to know before he can actually try and make her his girl. It's like he wants to be in love again. That's what he wants. So before he can fall in love, he needs that assurance that she likes him back so that he can open his heart up and be with her in a way. So yeah, it goes to show how scared he is about being heartbroken and investing in the wrong person that doesn't like him enough because he's had like some bad relationships in the past. But yeah, he's like the worst case scenario. I think there's a lot where he said the worst case scenario is he's gonna have his heart broken, but it's not his first time. So hey, I've built some of that tolerance. But yeah, what I'm getting from this is that he's bad with relationships. Yeah, he's bad with relationship. To me, it seems like he's rebounding. All these new girls that he's with is just rebounding and trying to forget the other girl that invested so much with him in him, the other girl who was so good to him and was so good for him. So he's trying to get over her with these other girls, and that's the reason why these relationships are not working. They're toxic, and it's just a mess. That's why he's bad with all these relationships, because he's carrying the love he had for her, and he hasn't made peace with the fact that she left, and he still loves her, but already he's trying to get in a relationship, and I can confirm that he still loves her, because on the next song, Always, I think it's track number 6, it sounds like another love letter to the girl he lost in the beginning of the album. I think Valentina, that's her name. Let's just call her Valentina for the rest of this video. Yeah, it sounds like another letter to Valentina. He clearly can't get over her. Besides meeting multiple girls after her, he clearly can't get over her. So I'm thinking he's using them as rebounds. On this letter, he's letting her know he'll always be there for her. He'll always love her. He doesn't care if she has someone. If she wants him, she can always come to him, and he'll always be there for her. So, yeah, my guy is having a tough time getting over this girl, because she was perfect for him, but he fucked it up. He fucked it up, and he has to make peace with that. And sometimes it's not easy to make peace with fucking up and messing up a good thing that was good for you. And then when you get better as a person, but you can no longer have that thing because you already messed it up, it's something hard to kind of make peace with. So yeah, he's still obsessed with her. He still loves her and everything. And the next song I think was cool. It had amazing violins. That's all I can say about the song. It had amazing violins. I really like the violins that were playing. So the production is being good on this album. And the track after that is Disillusioned, track number 8. And this, I didn't expect this. I Out of all the features that Daniel Caesar could have possibly had on this album, this is one I never imagined, but I fucking loved. He had Serpent with Feet on the song Disillusion. I lost my mind. I lost my mind because I love Serpent with Feet. I think he's an incredible vocalist. So his verse was highlight to me because I didn't expect it. So when I heard it, I'm like, wait. Is that sounds like Serpent with Feet? Is it? And then I confirmed and realized that, yep, it actually is him. So it was incredible. And this song, it shows how he tries to make every project that he makes a little bit different from the previous one. Because I don't think you can name any song, that many songs, if there's any to begin with, that sounds like the song in his discography. The song sounds different. You can tell he's experimenting with every new album. He's trying new things out, new sounds and all that. And that's one thing I appreciate about his albums. They sound different. Every album has something that stands out about it. It's either it's writing, storytelling, production. All of the albums are different in their own ways, and yeah, every album has something that is better compared to the other albums with. Yeah, the next song I think was Bias Remorse. I think Omar Apollo was featured on this. I haven't listened to Omar Apollo that many times. If I ever had, I don't think I've ever listened to him before. But this song I don't like the auto tune. Yeah, it was unnecessary. Yeah, that's that's all I thought about the song. It was very unnecessary. The auto tune, I don't like it like that. And the next song I think was Shot My Baby. Oh yeah. Shot My Baby was an incredible listen. It was an incredible listen. Out of the songs I've listened to on the album so far, I think this was the highlight. It was the most creatively it was the most creative song production wise. Yeah, let me just say that. It was the most creative song production wise in the album, in my opinion. It had like a rock, like boom bap rap influence, which in my life, I've never had from Daniel Caesar. And it was very interesting to listen to him tapping into them, like, whoa, you can do this. Let's hear how you're gonna do this. And he did it justice. The build up before the drop was great. And on the song, he's talking about a girl I don't know if it's the same girl from the beginning, whatever, but she cheated and he caught her fucking basically and cheating on him with another dude. And he shot her, shot the dude, shot everyone else. So yeah, that's basically the idea. But this is, I don't think this is something that actually happened, but it was incredible. It was incredible song to listen to. This song sounds like what a Tame Impala and Daniel Caesar song would sound like. It was incredible. I didn't expect it from him, but yeah, it was very enjoyable. It was very enjoyable to listen to. The production was amazing. He was amazing on the song, so it was overall a good listen. And the next song is Pain is Inevitable. Pain is inevitable. Misery is a choice. That's a beautiful last line. But on the song, it sounds like he's reflecting on his fuck ups and just, I guess, realizing how he played a role in all his fucked up relationships and like losing the girl that he loved so much. He's kind of taking accountability and reflecting on that and finally realizing that, you know what, I think I need help. I need help because I keep fucking up like great things. And yeah, there's lines he said, I need a lesson in prevention, mishap prevention. So he needs lessons in how to prevent mishaps with his mistakes, and he's done a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes led him to losing valuable people in his life, valuable relationships, and all that. So he's like, I need help. I need a lesson in mishap prevention. I already listened. I forgot to mention, and I'm in need of a damn intervention. It takes a lot of self awareness. So he's finally realizing, like, you know what? I think I need help. This is not okay. I can't just keep losing all valuable relationships in my life and think maybe they the problems. They the problems. If I'm this common factor in all these fucked up situations, perhaps I'm the problem. So he's finally introspecting and realizing his his contribution in his relationships not working and trying to find help and trying to do better basically and figure out how he can do better than that. So it's beautiful that he's finally being aware of that. But the production on this, out of worldly, especially towards the middle, it sounds ethereal, it sounds out of world, it sounds euphoric in a way. The bass guitar sounds good on this song, and there's violins that also sound good. It sounds so transcendental, man. Feels like it's taking you out of this world in a way. And I like how it sounds like it has this Frank Ocean sound towards the end, which I really liked. I think that's the closest gonna get to a new Frank Ocean song. But yeah, it sounded beautiful, man. I guess he's starting to realize like he doesn't want to die alone. No one does. No one wants to die alone. So he's reflecting and trying to do better so that he can find something healthy that he can be able to keep. At the same time, he also realizes that he wasn't always like this. He was always sweet, loving, trusting, and all that. I like towards the end where there's this Frank Ocean esque production and like it's just a beat going on and then he's just talking and kind of singing out loud in the somber and low tone voice whatever, and then there's this deep voice, I think that has some voice effect whatever, this dark deep whatever voice effect that normally Brent Fires has on his songs. And that voice, I think that voice kind of narrates, that voice is kind of like his narration of how he became like that. He was 10 this fucked up. He wasn't always like this. He used to be sweet. The deep voice kind of narrates his pain and his past heartbreak that got to him to this point and took his innocence, trust, and naivety away from him. So yeah, I like how he used that voice to kind of represent his old self and the reason behind him becoming like this. So yeah, while he's just singing his heart out and just embracing the fact that that boy is gone and he's gonna have to make peace with that and he's gonna try and do better. and all that. So I like how he's taking accountability, but at the same time, he's explaining why he became like this. He didn't just wake up and become this fucked up and this toxic. He was made like this, so it was beautiful. And I think the next song after that is Homosexual, featuring Ty Dolla Sign. Low key, Ty Dolla Sign is the most featured nigga in the world. High key, cause this nigga is always on every song. I'm just saying, maybe it's just me, but I keep seeing him on a lot of songs. But yeah, he's still talking about the same girl he lost. That's how he loves this song. This girl, he loves her so much. He heard she found someone else, probably a girl from the sounds of it, because it's like the think you found a bitch, wada 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 wada. And you know how it goes when they get really heartbroken. Sometimes most of them start dating girls and leaving guys in a way. So I think it's that situation. But yeah, he's so convinced that she still likes him and misses him, and he swears that she still loves him, whatever. So yeah, I don't know how true that is. Maybe it's just that thing where like you lose someone and like, nah, I know you miss me, whatever. Coming from I don't know if I should say a bitter place or a sort of ego in a way. But yeah, he's convinced she still misses him and how he sexually pleased her. He goes on to say, I really hope you're happy, but I really hope you're happy. But we know this cap. We know this cap. You can't sing about a girl for like almost 15 songs and say you really hope she's happy. You know you still miss her, and you hope she's not happy so that she comes back to you. But yeah, Ty Dolla Sign's verse was also cool. But yeah, again, it shows how much he's missing this girl and how much she's weighing on his head and all that. But yeah, the next song is Vince Van Gogh. Okay, that's so hard to pronounce, but yeah. On the song, it sounds like he's touched now. There's a line. He's like he's using that deep voice. It's like don't no one love you but your mama. That's what he says. I think he's talking to himself. To himself. And it sounds like he's low key stopping to believe in love just because he's been in so many fucked up relationships, so many heartbreaks, and so many, yeah, just messed up relationships. And I like something that he said. He said, I would argue that he said, I would argue that the more they say they hate you, the more they actually love you. I know that's true though. That's true. And one thing the reason why I think this is true is because people think love and hate are polar opposite. They think hate is the opposite of love. But I think hate is another version of love. Because hate is a strong emotion, and love is a strong emotion too. So for you to feel such a strong emotion as hate about someone, it has to come from a place of love. Like if you don't care about someone, you can't hate them because they don't induce that strong emotion in you because you don't like them. So I think the opposite of love is indifference, because indifference is not feeling anything towards someone. So yeah, that's true. It's like it's confusing and contradiction, but all things are. It's kind of just life and its essence. And I like how the whole confusion thing goes back to that song on Toronto 2014 where he was talking about life confusing, doesn't know what's real or what's not. So I think it ties back to that in a way. But yeah, there isn't really much going on this song. But yeah, the next song is Superpowers, which is second last song. It has amazing vocals. It has amazing vocals, especially when he holds the note and it just goes. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. This song, it sounds like a song to himself. He's reassuring himself that he's great and he's very special. He's talented. I don't know if maybe in the past he doubted himself a lot. So this song is kind of like a message to his younger self and just, or his current self also. Maybe he still has some doubts, but he's kind of reaffirming and reassuring himself that you're doing great, you're amazing, you're special. God gave you all this talent. You're not like everyone else. You gifted and all these things. So I think it's a very beautiful song, and this song could be a message to everyone in doubt of their talent, doubt of themselves, and in a in a place where they feel like they doubt themselves and their capabilities and how special they are and their contribution towards this world. So It's a reassurance to them that, you know what, you here for a reason, you good, you're doing great. And yeah, I like the general idea of the song, a song to himself, to reassure himself and show himself some love. So it's a beautiful song and amazing vocals, amazing production. It sounds out of this world too in terms of production. I like this out of world production that's been going on throughout the album. And then the last song, Unstoppable. On the song, it seems like he's back together with the girl because he talks about waking up in the morning, wada wada, and all that. So it sounds like he's back with the girl that he lost in the beginning. I don't know if things will be the same, but yeah, it seems like they back and he thinks they're unstoppable. Hence the title of the track, Unstoppable. He thinks they're unstoppable because of how much they've been through together, the ups and downs. She's seen a worst version of him. She's seen the best version of him. They've been so much that I don't. They don't. He doesn't feel like they can be faced by anything. Whether it's rumors from people, all these things, they're not true. They'll get over that just because they know how much they've been together and how much they mean to each other. So yeah, it's a beautiful way to conclude the whole relationship and situation that's been hanging in the air, like him just calling out the girl to the girl, wanting her back. And it's finally good to see that there's closure in this album, because it would have felt weird if there was no form of closure in this album, whether he moves on from the relationship or he gets back with the girl. So in this case, it sounds like he's back with the girl. But the fucked up thing though, he later on goes to say, "I'm playing with your mind. It's working, but I'll buy you that Birkin." I'm like, what's wrong with you? I thought you decided to do better. I thought you reflected. I thought you gonna do better and try to keep something good in your life. But I don't know. It sounds like at this point, I don't know. He's going back to his bad habits. So maybe he's going back to his bad habits. Maybe that's just his alter ego speaking. I don't know, but yeah, hopefully he does better. He actually does better and they unstoppable and there's like a happy ending. So that's the last song, Unstoppable. But yeah, this was a very interesting album. This was a very enjoyable listen. I have to say that it was a very enjoyable listen. I really enjoyed listening to this album. The production, it's amazing. He's very experimental in terms of the production. I think that's the standout for this album. The production has been amazing. There's this interesting production I haven't heard of mean, from like the Frank Ocean-ish production to like rock-ish production to like this transcendental, out of the world, ethereal production. He's been in his bag in terms of production. I don't know who produced this album, but it was great production. And he had amazing vocals on this. Those are 2 points that were like magnificent on this. And the songs that had really amazing writing. There's songs that had really amazing writing, but I don't think the writing was consistent really throughout the album. But there's some amazingly written songs, and those amazingly written songs, they stand out. But yeah, there's certain songs that I feel like could have been written in more detail and all that, and I feel like the album could have been a little bit more cohesive in terms of like just the concept of the album, and the progression about like the relationship, him getting all losing this girl, and like the progression about what happens throughout. Well, he still mentioned what happened, some of the things that happened from jumping from one relationship to another after losing that girl and all that. But I feel like certain parts he could have, I guess, being in more detail about what happened in his life when the girl wasn't there, whatever. And in songs like Toronto 2014, like I said, I feel like he could have written it in more detail. But yeah, I didn't really have an issue with the writing throughout the album. But yeah, for the most part, I enjoyed the writing. I enjoyed the overall production and his vocals and everything. So it was a very enjoyable listen. It's just that I feel like his writing could have been better than it was for certain songs, but for most of the songs, they beautifully were written. Don't let this take away the fact that the songs that are amazingly written, songs like Pain is Inevitable, that's an amazingly written song. Let Me Go. There's so many well written, so I think Always was very well written too. So there's a lot of well written songs. Yeah. Superpowers, heck, it was also well written, but there's certain songs still that were not that well written, if I'm being honest. But it's not that they're not well written; they're not detailed enough, so it doesn't seem cohesive. But yeah, I really liked the album, and yeah, as much as the it wasn't too cohesive in terms of like progression, like the song leads to the other song, like in terms of storytelling, it picks up from where this, because sometimes you get like a story for three songs and then you just throw a random song that doesn't really tie much into the thingy story that has been established, and then it goes back to the story also. I don't know, it's kind of like ad breaks in between, but yeah, I didn't really mind it. It didn't take away the enjoyability of my listening experience. I still enjoyed it a lot. And I'm definitely gonna be playing this over and over again. But yeah, this is just my first listen, and what I thought about it, it was a very interesting and very enjoyable album. I really enjoyed listening to him. It sounded different from his other album, and that's one thing I'm willing to appreciate. And yeah, I appreciate a lot because so far his two albums were also not the same. They differ in a lot of ways. So I like how this became like the other albums. It differed from both of his other albums because I think this is his third studio album. So yeah, it was very enjoyable listen. I enjoyed listening to this album. I appreciate the fact that I got a new album by Daniel Caesar in 2023. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him grow more and more and more. But overall, this was an amazing listen. There's a lot of songs I really liked. What are my top three? I think Let Me Go is in there. Superpowers is in there. Shot My Baby was incredible. I forgot. Oh my, Shot My Baby was incredible. I think Always was also incredible. But yeah, maybe one day I'll talk about the best songs on the album. But yeah, it had incredible songs. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I appreciate it if you made it this far. Leave a share, like, subscribe, and let me know what your favorite song was. And hope to see you on the next video. Peace.